Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna look a little bit at the long wing now. The long wing has a span of just below 2 meters. I think it's 1 meter 95.
Yes.
The reason why it looks like it does with this bat wing, almost like a seagull, is that this makes it possible to extend the wingspan without changing the CG. That's why they have a special form or a special design. If you look at the differences between the short wing and the long wing, they have different purposes. And this is, I think we have made quite a good compromise here. Always when you design an airplane, you have to do some compromises, especially if you like a quite wide flight envelope. So the short wing is of course designed for more agile flying. If you want to do aerobatic or hot flying, it's faster. It has a higher wing load. Will probably perform better in high wind than the long wing. But the long wing, of course, is better if you want long range. You want to climb very fast to high altitude. So they have different purposes. And of course, this short one will be easier to fly fast with. It will handle speed better than the long one. So you shouldn't actually push the long wing too hard. I should say I have flown mine up to 100 kilometers per hour and it works really well, but I think when you go over that, it's not really designed for that. So you have to think about the speed. As I mentioned earlier, the wing extensions, they also have the covers. You can mount separate servo leads here. I've seen some people gluing the extensions to the wing panels. Then of course you have to buy a new pair of wing panels if you want to use them with the short version. I have similar to Simon's solution. I have just glued nylon screws M3 into the wing, use a rubber band so I can use an O-ring when I have the short configuration. Otherwise they are quite similar. Something we didn't mention earlier is that there is in the power kit there is a prop with a spinner included. You have to make at the moment you have to make the prop stops yourself. And that is to make sure that the prop doesn't overfold on either way. Simon used an APC folding prop and it has built-in stops, so you can't fold it, overfold it in a way.
The included spinner is a lot nicer than the APC prop, and it's carbon fiber props. Just make the spinners. I think the prop stop. We should make a drawing where it's.
Yeah, I think it's in the making, so it will be done. I don't really like the APC. I have had incidents when I have actually this part has broken in there, and then it puts a tremendous force on the motor mounts, so it's easy to break it. Then, easy. It can be broken if you have just one blade mounted.
Your GoPro?
Yeah, I have a similar. I have used the foam nose to mount my GoPro, and it's quite easy. Just push it in. I just cut the front off. It's approximately as big as the GoPro is. I just put it in like this, cut in the right area, and then I just took X-Acto knife and cut it out, and just push it in. Some Velcro holding it. I also use, as you can see, the GoPro connector, which both takes out the video feed and also charges the GoPro. I think there's a quite big reluctance in some FPV pilots to use the GoPro for FPV cam. I really love it, especially for multicopters, but because then you have a little wide angle. You don't have like it doesn't go so fast in the corners. The picture, but I really like this, and it charges the GoPro if you have 5 volt feed from the RVJET, for example. Just make sure you have the jumpers and the RVJET in the right way, and also it has an over voltage protection, which is really good. So if you forgot to change the power feed, it won't destroy your GoPro, which can happen if you have other ones not having that voltage protection. So just put it in here, really easy. Just turn it on, start recording, put it in, and then sit pure Velcro, works really well. Also you have the possibility, if you crash, there is nothing holding it tight, it can be pushed inwards, so it's secures it a little bit. What more should I mention? I have the shearer mounted inside the wing, as Simon has. Range video 1.3, 800 I think it is. The launch receiver, transmitter video. Inside I have GPS on the side, different from what Simon. I have a MyFly Dream teleflight modem for the antenna tracker, using it in this. Also has connectors for the pan tilt, and also the camera on this side has hid it inside the between the top and the bottom part of the fuselage. Yeah, quite easy to install, I should say. We had some question about how fast it is, and I think now we know the design, and we have had this in our head for quite a long time. So, but you're talking about you will be able to do it in a day if you have the gear. You have all the cables.
Install everything.
Yeah, install everything. It's nothing hard at all. So it's really easy.
The pan tilt, and you have something dirt on the side there.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice.
Our plastic, how do you say, plastic king.
Yes, Frank.
Yeah, Le Frank also did this. This is the micro pan tilt for KX2. This is of course not as rigid as the larger ones, but I have used this one for FPV. It's a KX2, right? KX2.
KX2, the small one KX2, the
Small
large one KX6.
And there's also a larger one version with a KX6 camera, really working well. I haven't used this one here. I'm thinking of putting it on another FPV plane I have. Very sleek, streamlined, so it doesn't have so much air resistance. So also really good to use. And yeah, not so much more to say. Look into rangevideo.com to find the manuals, also the instructions, all the information about what they cost, and order one. I think you will be really satisfied.